Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Ask Dr. Chi. My name is Dr. Chimahe Otuka, is your #1 fertility plug. Today we'll be talking on the last 3 ways of optimizing your natural fertility. What is the best time to have sex in order to optimize your chances of getting pregnant? Now, before we talk on timing, I'm going to explain a concept called the fertile window. What is the fertile window? Fertile window is the best time in which you have the highest chance of conception every month when you meet your husband. Now, the fertile window is the time of ovulation and 5 days preceding that, making it a 6-day interval ending on the day of ovulation. I repeat, it's the day of ovulation and 5 days preceding that day. That is 6-day interval ending on the day of ovulation. That means if you have a normal 28-day cycle, you ovulate on your day number 14. That means your fertile window is 5 days before that day. That means day 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You understand? Now, what time, if you want to be more specific, what time is the time in which you have the highest chance of conception? Now, that is a day before ovulation and the day after ovulation. That means an egg can last 12 to 24 hours after ovulation, while the sperm can last 3 to 5 days. So there should be sperm in the woman's system to meet the egg when the egg is released. It brings me to, you should know when you ovulate. How do I know when I ovulate? What can I use to track my ovulation? There are a series of ways in which you track your ovulation. You can use the ovulation app. The ovulation app works best when you have used it for some time. It now knows when you ovulate and it will give you the best time to which you can have sex to optimize your chance of getting pregnant. You can use ovulation predictor kits, OPKs. These are, it can be digital, it can be stripped. So you urinate, you check, you know when you ovulate, and you meet with your husband 12 to 24 hours after the ovulation is positive. You can use the basal body temperature. You can use the cervical mucus. These are several ways by which you can know when you ovulate in order to optimize your chance of getting pregnant. Now, the last but not the least, if all this thing I'm saying is too confusing for you, you don't understand it, how can I use the app, it's boring, what is the easiest, what can you do, what is the best thing to do? Have sex with your husband at least 2 to 3 times every week. In that, you have an optimum amount of sperm in your system to meet the egg when you ovulate. If you can have sex every day, fine. If you can have it every other day, fine. But if you cannot, 2 to 3 times a week is best in order to optimize your chance of getting pregnant. Let's discuss eating right. We are what we consume. Clean diet is the way to go. Though there is little evidence to show that any dietary variation has an impact on fertility. Whether you are vegan, you're vegetarian, you do keto, whatever diet variation, there's little evidence to show there's an impact on fertility. But there are certain foods that have been associated to better fertility and improve sperm count. You get me? There are certain foods that have been associated. So we call them the fertility diets. And they are rich in 1, poultry, 2, seafood, 3, whole grains, 4, fruits, 5, vegetables. I repeat myself, they are rich in poultry, seafood, whole grains, fruits, and veggies. So we'll do a whole video on that in our later episode. And they are low in red meats, sugar, and processed food. So those people whose diets are mainly processed food, sugar, you have a lower rate for conception. So it is better to eat clean and healthy, okay? And also, it has been proven that prenatal vitamins that has at least 400 micrograms of folic acid. Some people take folic acid, but it's not up to 400 micrograms. And vitamin B12 has been shown to improve fertility and improve the sperm count. So overall, you should be careful what you eat to be able to optimize your chance of getting pregnant. Now, the last but not the least is R, which is to repeat the process again. Now, I will take you back to my first video when I explained that infertility is defined as inability to conceive despite regular unprotected sexual intercourse for a period of 1 year. Some people will ask me, after 1 month of trying these 6 ways, they say, doctor, I didn't get pregnant. It's not 1 month. It is not 2 months. You should make it a lifestyle. You should do it consistently. Consistency is the way to go. So you won't do it for 1 month and say, doctor, I'm not exercising again, or I'm not eating right. So you do it for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, until you get at least for a period of a year to get the maximum benefit of these 6 evidence-based practices to improve your fertility. I remain Dr. Chinonye Otuka Eze, your #1 fertility pro. Please do follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Ask Dr. G. And also, if you have any questions regarding this topic, and if you want me to explain more, have a topic you want me to discuss on, send me an email at askdrchi@gmail.com. Thank you, and God bless. Till we see you next time.